Okay, so it is May 17th, I think, 18th. Anyways, just a quick look here. This is what happens when there's been a lot of rain, and I don't know if you can see the activity, but the bees are excited to get out and about. So okay, so this is Nuc Check 3. I'm kind of losing track of time here. If we go back to the first video, I know I have a date there of when we installed this Nuc. So I'm thinking it's going on week 2, but this is our third video, because the one video, first video was installing it, and then the second video was a week checkup. And now this one here. So anyways, so last time when we did the checkup, let's see here. Last time we did the checkup, the queen, it was a caged queen Nuc, and the queen had not been accepted. And so I replaced it with another caged queen that I happen to have on hand. So a lot of times you're not going to have that option, or maybe you don't want to take that option. I mean, the price of mated queens when you're buying just one or two of them is pretty ridiculous. I mean, I sell mine for $35, and that's considered kind of in the ballpark or cheap for this area, but still seems expensive to me. But anyways, so okay, so take a look here. Get my liquid smoke going, and I can already see that they are drawing out some really beautiful white beeswax, and here's kind of the neat thing too, is that they're starting on this frame as well. Now I'm going to go out on a limb and say that they've accepted the new queen. The reason I say that is that a lot of times if bees have rejected a queen or are queenless or not queen right, they'll get very kind of lackadaisical. They just won't get motivated to do much. And but when you're seeing new wax like this, even though there is a flow going on, it's usually a sign that that they're getting ready. They're getting ready to do some work. Okay, so anyways, I just pulled out the box where the queen is. She is still in there. Here's a really interesting thing though, and so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to manually release her. If you look, their behavior on the box, if you can see that, they're not biting or stinging at it, they're just walking on it, which is a really positive sign of acceptance. When you first introduce a queen to a hive that's caged, a lot of times, even if they're queenless, they'll rush up and you'll immediately see them trying to bite the cage or sting through the cage. So all I'm going to do here, let's see here if I can. Let's see if I can do some fancy videography here. Here we go. If I put them, let's see here, do that, there, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to brush these guys off. And I'm just going to take my hive tool and slip it under the cage so that she can get out. There she goes. I don't know if you noticed there, she flew for a minute, which you don't want them to do. But anyway, she's down in the cluster now. And so the best thing we can do right now, close this hive up ASAP and come back and check them in a, whoops, I'm missing a frame here. Looks like we're going to close them up and then come back and check in a week. Now I am going to cheat here a little bit just because they have lost some time. Now, if you're only running a single hive, you're not going to have the option of doing what I'm going to do. But I'm going to go to one of my stronger colonies and find a frame of capped brood, shake the bees off of it in the strong hive so I don't have to worry about looking for the queen or whatever else. Take that capped brood and give it to them. Because they've been queenless now for a couple of weeks, if I give them a frame of capped brood, even if they are still smaller, all of that energy and attention they're going to be able to put on keeping that capped brood at the proper temperature for hatching. And so I'm not going to have to worry about there not being enough bees to keep the brood growing or whatever else. This has been a really great learning nuc. I kind of wish I would have done 2 of them to compare side by side, but you know, beekeeping, you have issues like this arise, and so it's kind of neat that we'll be able to have a learning curve of how to get a hive that started with an issue, it being queenless or the queen being rejected, and bringing it back to being queen right and getting it to be a productive colony. So anyways, thank you so much. Hope this has been helpful for you, and we'll see you soon.